Right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that little hiccup. My name is Dr. Essa Zanambasi. I'm totally excited about this evening, especially because we have a special training and we continue to answer the question, why NeoLife? Are you looking for a way to make your life healthier and happier? Well, we have an expert here to help us. And I just want to welcome all the guests that might be on this call this evening. And if you are a distributor already, I hope you have invited some guests. We have the utmost pleasure of having Andrew Bugembe as our presenter this evening. He will tell you a lot more about himself, as much as he would like to tell you. He's an engineer and he is also qualified as a lawyer. What I know about Andrew, though, is that he is passionate to see people healthy and wealthy. And the two go together, don't they? And it's not a coincidence that it's just one letter difference between the two words. So, I have always admired Andrew's commitment to the NeoLife family. And that perhaps became evident during lockdown when he took the bull by the horns and started phenomenal trainings, which we all have benefited from and are privileged to be a part of. So, Andrew, I'm actually going to stop sharing and hand over to you to do your training. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Issa. I don't know if there's enough light, the background. You could, didn't plan for this quite well. Just a moment. All right, I guess I'll go with that. Very welcome to the call this evening. Maybe at one point I take off my video and I'll put it back once I'm done with the presentation that I'm going to be sharing shortly. You are all very welcome to the call. It's very, very evening. Let me see. Okay. Just a moment. Let's see whether that. Okay. I think I'm also experiencing the same issue. Let me just understand this. Okay, I think I'll also just first stop share. Then I will quickly see whether I can share again. Hey, okay. All right. Okay, Dr. Says, now that's going to be a little bit difficult. Try and run this without that bit, but I have other solutions to this. Okay, all right, people. Looks like I can't put it in a presentation mode. It's a little bit challenging to do that now, but I hope everybody can see the screen. Are we on together for this?
Yes, we can see. It's not in presentation mode, as you say, slideshow.
Okay.
But we can see it.
Okay. Trying to find a solution to that, but if it refuses, then I'll just have to go ahead with I'll do this. Don't worry. Okay. All right, everybody. Welcome to the call this evening. Technology can be quite challenging, but eventually you work your way through it to see how best you can play around with it. Okay. I'll just go with that for now. Sorry about that. I don't know why oh, thanks be to God. All right. So all right, everybody, welcome to the call this evening. Speaking to you from Kampala, Uganda is Bugembe Andrew. I've been married to Janet for a couple of years now, and my qualifications are those: engineering, law, and by accident, I became a business person. Yes, it was not very intentional. I had not really done much business when I came across this opportunity I'm going to share with you, but it happened to have been that opportunity that I've now done for the last 21 years. So I'd like to welcome you all to the call. I was in my senior six vacation, which is a time here in Uganda, which is straight after high school. In Uganda, they give us a period of 9 months within which it's like a small vacation that transitions you from secondary or high school to university. And it was during that time that I was looking around for an opportunity for something I could do part-time that could add to my university qualifications in the future that would give me an extra income. So I was not even looking so much per se for an income then, because I was still acquiring my skills. I was still at the university. I was actually in my first year, and I was looking for something I could do alongside that degree as I pursued it that could give me an income in the future. You can imagine how complicated my reason for looking up for a business was. But I was very, I kind of tend to worry about a future that is not clear. So I was really looking for that opportunity. And that is when I was introduced to this company, NeoLife. And NeoLife has truly changed my life, because NeoLife got me when I was 20. I started doing it then, and in about 6 months, which was like my first year, second semester at the university, my income had gone to about $250 at the time. By the time I was in my second year, second semester at the university, as a world team member, I'm going to explain that, and the income had gone to about $1,000 every single month. And by the time I was in my third year, second semester, the income was touching $4,000 a month, which is about today's income. That's about 16, 18 million shillings a month. And I decided to do this business full time. That's all I can say. Because by the time I left the university, I was 23 years of age. I was driving myself. I'd actually driven 3 cars by the time I was leaving the university. My first car was quite old. My second car was really my second car. Had some AC. It was okay, quite comfortable. By the time I was leaving the university, I was actually driving a car, I would say, of my dreams. It was an ML at the time. So I really didn't need a job at the time. I was not even looking at any form of employment because I was comparing what the job would give me and what my NeoLife opportunity was actually giving me at the time. I went on to get married to Janet. We have a daughter, and it's been exciting building this business now for the last 21 years. So for those that are on the call, NeoLife is a partner that did start out so many years ago, 1958. I was negative something years. Somewhere in Portville, California, a gentleman called Jerry Brasfield and his brother did get started on a journey. Jerry, having been born asthmatic, he was looking to solve a health challenge. And one of the things that NeoLife was providing then was some kind of cod liver oil, omega-3, as we call it today. He was also working as a pump attendant, so he was actually looking for an additional income having come from a relatively ordinary family. So, uh, why NeoLife anyway? That's the question I'd like to perhaps answer. So, the fact that the company has been around for the last 60 years, it's in over 50 countries plus. As you're going to come across some of our products are developed with science and expert oversight. We have a very special group of people called the Scientific Advisory Board, who basically are involved in manufacturing products that are such a high quality and they do not compromise. And of course, we also have our values. Integrity is something that we take very, very highly. Honesty and integrity. People are number one. Our products work. We look at the long range vision, and then it's also an equal opportunity for all of us. That's why, as a 20-year-old, having been given the same opportunity, I was able to actually take it up. Now, I will also just bring you up to date with this, but NeoLife is not just about money, though for some of us we say that looking at just money. But over the years, in addition to that income, because 3 years down the road, like I've shared with you, my income had gone all the way up to about $4,000 a month. This was income that was way more than what some of my lecturers were being paid. And fact, very serious fact, but I was just in my 3rd year at the university. But also the lifestyle and the travel, the fact that we're able to explore the world through the opportunity that NeoLife has. So if you're on the call and perhaps you're looking at a way you could travel in your old age or in your young years, be able to explore the world, you're in the right place. If you're looking at how you are going to be able to help others, make a difference in their lives, impact them. I mean, over the last couple of years, 21 years now, I can look back and I can confidently tell you that I think across Africa, I could have impacted close to 1 million or 2 million people across the globe, directly and indirectly, all put together. Are you looking for a legacy, something that you can build that is meaningful, that is going to last for generations? You're looking at NeoLife, and NeoLife is one of those things. I've seen people that today are building a business that is 3 generations later. That basically means the business was started by their grandparents, who passed it on to their parents, and are now looking at it as the beneficiaries, that the children and even their grandchildren and their children and grandchildren are also looking at the same opportunity as beneficiaries to it. Are you looking for more family time, spending quality time with your people, the people that matter most? Because some of us get too busy. I mean, look at it. We get so busy in this world, working so hard, 8 to 5, never putting aside the appropriate time to actually spend it with people that actually matter most in our lives. And I think that is something I experienced. That is something that I've seen people experiencing, and it's something that NeoLife helps to cure as well. Then, of course, good health, it goes without say. I'm going to be sharing with you that just shortly. And then there's also the aspect of being your own boss, where you're in control of your time, your income, your decisions, and your future. These are all wonderful things that you can actually be able to benefit from here. You know what out of these things would actually impact you or you'd want more of right now. But if you're a guest on the call and you're listening in right now, I want to let you know that this is just more than a business. It's a total value opportunity. You're looking at all those areas and being able to put them together to just enjoy them and appreciate them as they as you begin to explore your journey with NeoLife. Now, let me see. We're going to focus more on income today. And I think that's where really the gist should be, because I think a lot of things don't work if you have no money. That's the truth. If you want good health, you need money. If you want to travel, you need money. If you are looking at spending more family time, you need money. I mean, everything else, every other goal in your life ceases to work if you got no income. And is your income actually working for you today? Because most people work for money. Very few of us build systems that work for us, you know? And if you're going to leave a legacy, if you're going to leave an income that is going to sustain you through your old age. You must be focusing on building a system and not just working for money. The traditional way is to have that active income where you work for the money, where every time you are out of the house, you are exchanging your time for money. Well, the moment you stop working, the income stops coming. I've seen people who have unfortunately been in a very terrible situation where maybe it's an accident or it's some form of signature. I saw Trump sign a few executive orders last year that impacted us greatly here in Africa. I mean, companies that had been around for years, like you said, all of a sudden closed. And it's been a couple of months now, and many people have been off their jobs. So the moment you stop working, the income stops coming. And that can be quite challenging. Then you're looking at limited growth. You can't do much more than what there is that you have to do. But then on the other side, what NeoLife now offers is a leveraged kind of income, some form of passive income that you're able to work and build on using a system that NeoLife has built in over 50 countries plus. And I think with my very little wisdom at the time, that is something I was able to appreciate. Many of us are not working in a leveraged income kind of system. What do I mean? A leveraged income is where you are plugged into a system where you are able to continue earning whether you are working or not, And oftentimes that is often out of the fact that you've built a proven system and you've introduced people to different solutions. People continuously continue to have your solutions. People continuously continue to have access to some of these things that you've been able to put in place, whether you are there or not. And that is not limited by your time. In fact, there's a lot of freedom because at the end of the day, if anyone wants a service or a product, the moment they plug into the system, they can actually be able to access it and the system is able to pay you whether you're there or not. So I don't know which side you are currently on right now, but I'm fortunate to have seen this a couple of years ago in my 20s, and it's been working for me for the last 21 years. And I can tell you without a doubt that what I'm going to share with you very shortly is definitely something that you're going to be looking at and saying, okay, if I did this alongside my work, alongside my job, in 5 years, in 10 years, where will I be? All right. Yes. So with NeoLife, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So you have a whole product supply. And that's the system I'm talking about. You have a whole product supply that the company now has been able to. Sorry, I'm just a little bit distracted here. I need to minimize something. Okay. So you have a whole system that includes product supply. I'm going to talk about the products that we have in NeoLife for the guests that are on the call right now. You're looking at a system that is going to take care of whatever logistics that have to be done. I've seen so many people really struggle with trying to import things either from China or from Dubai or from whatever country they want to import the things in. I mean, the logistics are just out of this world. You're looking at the distribution all across. You're looking at the fact that you're going to be provided with a website, a replicated website, or a number of things to do with IT, those aids, and whatever there is that has to do with the business. At least NeoLife will take care of about 60% of that. The other 40% will be left to you to maximize and be able to make it work for you. All right. What are these products? So we have the home care range. Very beautiful home care range, very exceptional. You will not find this kind of home care range anywhere on this face of this earth because it's versatile, it's very economical. Maybe you could find those two somewhere, but you won't find this. It's non-toxic and it's biodegradable. So any of the products that you look at there, be it the laundry powder that we use for washing or the super 10 that we use for cleaning different surfaces or care the disinfectant, they all have those properties that are able to make our products quite unique and usable in every single home. Then you're looking at the wonderful Supergrow. Supergrow is one of those products that is very unique to Africa. I think every African country that has gotten onto Supergrow, they have witnessed increased yields, increased profits with Supergrow. So what Supergrow basically does is that it plays around with the water, it conserves the water. Here in Uganda, we have 2 seasons, and farmers have been able to turn those into 4 seasons. The ones that have been able to appreciate how Supergrow actually works. That enables you, of course, more productivity. But the other thing about Supergrow is that if you use it together with any other herbicide or pesticide, it allows those things to work more effectively. And farmers have seen very fantastic results using that Supergrow. So the testimonies are many. You'll always be able to get back to the person who invited you. They'll share with you some of these testimonies. We post them on different groups from time to time. Then we have the Nutrients Organic Skincare range of products. Another beautiful range of products. I mean, here in Uganda, skincare is the number 3, like it's in the top 3 most sold products category in the whole of Uganda. I mean, if you're looking for a way to make an income, that's what's available. Now, NeoLife focuses on organic skincare range of products, and I'll not put so much emphasis on that. Then we also have the good health. We're looking at the nutritional products that we also do have, and the game is that when you're born between 0 and 25, you get vibrant, but as you keep on between 50 and just a moment, I see some comments here. Okay, as you keep on growing, later on, you begin getting tired. 25 to 50, 50 plus, you begin getting sick. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is what I thought life is supposed to look like. Until I was introduced to NeoLife, where I was told I can actually live a vibrant life, and die off at 100 years plus when I am still vibrant. I don't have to spend so much time in the tired and sick zone. If you're going to achieve that, your health depends on basically 3 things: you getting enough rest, your diet, and of course, your regular physical activity, your exercise. And this is how we're supposed to be eating. Lots of whole grains, lots of fruits and vegetables, lots of less protein and less fats and sugars. That's the healthy food pyramid, the one that we're supposed to be eating to be alive. However, many of us actually do it the other way around. We live to eat, or we eat to live, LEAVE. How? We are eating more of the fats and sugars and more of the animal proteins and things of that nature, a lot of refined carbohydrates. And before we know it, many of us have found ourselves in a very, very tricky situation, because some of these lifestyle diseases are as a result of, in addition to the many other issues that come with getting these diseases. One of the causes is how we have turned the healthy food pyramid upside down on its tip, and now most of us are practicing the unhealthy food pyramid, the lifestyle food pyramid, and as a result, many of us are experiencing some of those issues. Now, one of the things that has been able to solve, and this could look a little bit busy, but it's basically telling you about TNN. The foundation of your body, of your health, is basically your cells. And we have a product called TNN, which is whole food based. It goes down to your cell. The cell is like the core of your life. It's like the basic unit of your body. If it is healthy, you are healthy. And if you're looking at how things actually work, by the time most of us are getting the food on our table, the journey that has come through, I mean, from the farm to the market to the kitchen to the table, what we are experiencing many times is the fact that most of our nutrients don't get to the table as we would expect them to do. So when NeoLife now puts together TNN works at a cellular level. It's there to ensure that it helps us with the bad nutrition and the stress that we're experiencing. It's there to help us ensure that our cells are stronger and they are properly nourished. You're going to have better immunity if your cells are properly nourished. And it does this by ensuring that the cell membrane is permeable, and it can actually be, it is through your food, is actually getting down to your cells. That's what training is there to help us with. And that's what makes it very different from whatever is out there. So anyone that is actually on training, the truth is that you're going to have more energy, you're going to have stronger immunity, your health is going to be a lot better with better vitality as well. So at the end of the day, if someone is all over, so that's our health side as far as our health is concerned. So how does the business work? Because I'm going to put a lot more emphasis on training, because we believe every single household should have training. When you start, and I'll be showing you at the end of this presentation how you're able to start the business. When you start, we want you to start by using the products. Start with TreeNN as the bare minimum. Every single day, 2 capsules. Within 3-4 days, you will begin to see your energy up. I personally started using TreeNN around 4 months into the business. I was a little bit skeptical, like some of you who have not been exposed to supplements. And you can't believe it, but ever since I started using TreeNN, my energy has never gone down. 21 years down the road. Today, I turned 41 the other week. My energy has not gone down. Every single day, 5 a.m., I'm up, excited, full of energy. And then it's also the products. I mean, sharing the opportunity and the products is basically talking to people and helping them decide on what kind of nutrition or what kind of cleaning products or what kind of agriculture or skincare products they want to be using. But we basically focus on TreeNN as our starting point. So talk to people, 2 people daily, at least from your contact list, all the new people that you meet. We have so many people that we have in our contact list who, after you've experienced TreeNN, I can guarantee you will not keep quiet. You will be able to start sharing with them what TreeNN has to do. Then help those who are open to earning and becoming distributors get started. And I'll be sharing with you how you get started. But basically help those that are ready to become distributors get started. Not everyone will want to become a distributor. If someone is not ready, that is very okay. They can always become your customer, because every single person needs TreeNN. Then focus on sharing at least 3 TreeNNs every single month with the people that turn out to be your customers. You use one and you share the other 2 or the other whatever TreeNN you've got to the other people that have decided to be your customers. So as you build your customers, you are able to earn from your product use, because just from people buying from you TreeNN, you make a profit. And then from those people that have become distributors, the company rewards you with a commission, as I'm going to share with you. It rewards you with a commission, which commission you're able to pick up every single month. It comes in as a monthly income. Then step number 3 is to help the ones that have become distributors to exactly do the same. We call it sponsoring. Help some people get started. And at least if you are sponsoring 3 people every single month as distributors, and that is something that is very easy to do if you're talking to 2 people every single day. If you're sponsoring 3 people every single month, I can guarantee you, you're going to see your income growing as your team actually grows. So basically, talking to 2 people every single day, get them to use the TreeNN, share the opportunity, sponsor some 3 people every single month as distributors, help them and teach them how to also get other people to use the TreeNN, build your team. What you do, you teach others to do as well. And that's exactly how a very simple system works. So as a result, you're going to go through those different levels. And as you do those things, you start out as a distributor, like I shared with you. I started out as a distributor. As a distributor, you're basically earning profits from the product sales. Then as you keep on growing the business, you're helping some people get started. You're going to become a manager. Now, as a manager, you're looking at about $50 per month. In Uganda shillings, the managers here are earning about 80,000 as commission, and you're looking at about maybe another 80,000 as profits from their sales. Okay. Now, as a senior manager, your commission is about $100. Commission and the profits is about $100 every single month. But as a senior manager, you're looking at more team activity. You're looking at building consistent customers. Then when you step up to executive manager, and we have some people that on the call that are executive managers as well. In fact, a number of us are distributors, managers, senior managers, and executive managers. But as an executive manager, your income then goes up to about $200, which in Uganda shillings is about 800,000 or 700,000 Uganda shillings every single month. Now, as an executive manager, of course, you are teaching others, and you're beginning to duplicate the system of talking to 2 people every single day, getting more people to teaching people how to also get that product TNN into people's houses. Then within about 6 months, and for me in 6 months, I was already director. Within about 6 months, that's when you've built a strong organization and you're looking at about $500 per month. Now, if it's not 6 months, even if it's 8 months, even if it's 1 year, even if it's 1.5 years, if you build an organization where you're earning an additional $500 every single month, that is worth having. Because remember, this is income that is coming in addition to your job. I hope that makes a bit of sense. Yeah. So when you now begin to help other people become directors, that's when now you become a world team member. And this week, we have a lot of travel happening. But as a world team member, you're earning between $1,000 to $3,000, 3.5 million shillings, all the way up to 10 million shillings every single month. Depending on what level on the world team you are on. And then that comes with also very beautiful international travel. At least once a year, you're able to travel with NeoLife to a very beautiful destination. Then as a presence team member, that is how I got to presence team in 3 years. I was at world team in 1.5 years, in another 3 years, in another 1.5 years, 3 years time. From starting, I had become a presence team member. And as a presence team member, you're looking at about $5,000 every single month. Now, for me, this has been 21 years. I've never been employed incidentally, despite the fact that I'm qualified as an engineer and a lawyer at the same time, ready to practice. Because of this opportunity, because of the nature of freedom that this business gives you, I've been able to build that over the years. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a lot of stories I can share with you, but all these are world team members that we are going to be hanging out with this weekend at Sun City. This is fortunately for the guests on the call, this is the one weekend in the year that we all look forward to, because this is when we get to travel with NeoLife and it exposes us, we explore all across. So those are people that today are world team members. I don't want to go through one by one, but these are people that have been able to change so many people's lives, but have also changed their lives, earning $1,000 to $3,000 every single month. You have doctors, you have tax officials. Anastasia there was a guard, and a guard. Linda Martha was IT. Rosette is retired as an accountant. Jess is a mechanical engineer. David and Esther are accountants. Stella is an IT person. Now you're looking at all sorts of professions. Amim and Hafuswa were our teachers. Teddy was a hotelier. She used to work in a hotel. Name it. We are looking at people that are even still in current service. Makawa Nyankanila works with one of the government officials. This is a government official, a tax audit person for the government of Tanzania. And right now, as I speak, she's getting herself to Sun City very soon. She's already in Joburg. And it's quite exciting to see her balancing the two right there. Lawi Mwenda is a doctor. So we have a couple of different professions running out there. And I'll tell you one thing for sure. The travel is something. Those are Upline's Dr. and Edward and Esses Anambasi, our host this evening. The travel is something amazing. Over the years, those are places I've been able to experience myself, and I'm very thankful to God for that opportunity. Beautiful destinations, amazing people. There's a time when in Durban, this leadership summit that happens every year, twice a year. You have people getting in there and enjoying themselves. Then these are the annual trips we have as world team and presence team. Very quite exciting. That was Mauritius some time back. Amazing dinners. And when you're there, they even give you some money. It can be quite exciting. And then you have the diamond experiences that happen. This was Paris. It can be quite exciting. And then we also have our small vacations that we have as executive managers. So if you're a district on the call, the moment you become an executive manager, you are invited to such a beautiful arrangement. Yeah. And this year we were actually at Markshan Falls. It was quite exciting. So, ladies and gentlemen, What does it take to get started? And Dr. says that you'll help me convert that to rands. I kind of missed out on that. So you can get started as a customer, as a distributor, but we want you to become a distributor because that's where the money is. You can come through, and if you really feel, well, I don't want to make the money, you're still welcome to start as a distributor so that you can actually benefit from the products individually. But many of us have been able to benefit from all the areas simply because we became distributors. We started using the products, we started sharing them with others, and we started training. We were able to build a step-by-step income over the years. And I can tell you this is something that is going to exactly happen for you. With that amount of money, you can be guaranteed that you'll get some products coming into your kit, you'll have some business materials, you'll have training access and team support coming through all the way. So simply choose to get started. And today, and believe me, your life is definitely going to change. So with all that talk, Dr. Cesar, I would like to call it a day. I hope the guests on the call have been able to appreciate what we had to offer this evening. And I'm very thankful to God because for me, 21 years down the road, all I can say, I thank God I said yes. I really, really thank God I said yes. And I hope for the guests on the call this evening that if you are listening in and you've been wondering whether this is something you want to do, I want to encourage you, simply say yes. We shall guide you all throughout the way to the top, and we will be telling your story one day. Thank you very much, Cesar, for this opportunity, and thank you everyone else for your time listening through and listening to me today. Thank you very much, Dr. Cesar.
Awesome. Thank you so, so much. Guests, I wish you had a way of just sticking your hand up, your digital hand. I'd love to know who is a guest here. And distributors, well done on logging in. Andrew wanted me to translate the cost of getting started with 2-3NN. There's a kit that has 2-3NN, and then you purchase 3 big 3NN so that you have that stock to fulfill our dream of having 3NN in each family. So that is going to be 2,500 Rand, 2,508 Rand, okay? So round it up, 2,500. That is not backbreaking. I like to liken it to the combo pack that we have here in South Africa, which has the equivalent of 100 points. Now, why is 100 points important? Andrew made a point of telling us that once you have 100 points and you use it regularly, you make your 100 points regularly, and then you share the business. You see, we're trying to portray the truth about this business, that it is a simple business. It is simple. Once you do that, you are unlocking the door to your financial freedom, if you want to call it that, to earn that money. Because the most painful thing for me is to see somebody with potential stop and cap their turnover per month at less than 100. Some people, I've even seen a distributor who did 99 points last month. And you scratch your head and say, just a little bit more, plus sharing with just a few people and duplicating that through as many homes as possible can transform our communities. It can transform society as a whole. Because what are we sharing, really? We are sharing good health. And Andrew, thank you so much for making a point of the fact that, yes, we are all eating junk. I never call it junk food because you can't combine the two words, junk and food. So we are eating junk, and therefore we are living junky lives. And we wonder why we can't move ahead. Andrew has just given his story. I really love to hear his story again and again. I've been hearing it for the past as long as he's been in the business. And I'll tell you one thing, it's because of people like Andrew, Janet, and all the people that have come out of this opportunity, all the downlines. I've pointed out those two because they're the ones that have been mentioned on this call. But you saw all those other ladies and gentlemen of the world team. It's because of them that I would be totally not thinking to say I quit. I cannot quit. Okay. I'm too deeply invested in people to declare that I can't do this. So that is my prayer for each one of us. Don't look at you, but do it for you, if that makes sense. I once said that to my sister. Do it for you, because we have a challenge. Sometimes we think that, oh, why should I make other people rich? No, make yourself healthy. Get your hormones up. Let them work for you. Then your thinking will be such that you will want to tell everybody about what you have discovered, which is a good attitude. Because I'll tell you what, if you are getting an extra 500, 1,000, $3,000, your attitude changes. Trust me on that one. Yeah. So, Andrew, thank you very much. Tonight it has been about you and not about me. I don't want to launch into talking about me, except to say I am excited about the weekend. We shall meet in Sun City. What happened was, because of the geopolitical situation, all of us would have met in Cairo, and you probably saw us getting so excited about Cairo, and the Europeans were coming to join us in Cairo. And then things changed, but NeoLife is one company that will keep its promise. And the promise is that the world team are going to have a vacation. And so what they've done very cleverly is to bring the Europeans and the East Africans to Sun City. Sun City is in South Africa, a beautiful place. And then to take the Southern Africans and the West Africans to Zanzibar. Okay, so we'll be in the region. It's just that we'll be at different venues. We're going to have different types of fun. Now, all of you probably know that my biggest investment as far as human capital is concerned has been in East Africa, and they will be in Sun City. But I live in South Africa. Sun City is literally just up the road from me. Well, a flight away and a car ride away. So we have negotiated. We shall spend a night in Sun City, attend the conference, and then leave. And because we will be near an airport, we'll go straight to Zanzibar and have our 2 days before everybody else joins us. So those of you who are coming to Zanzibar, you'll see us on the 19th in Zanzibar. Those of you who are coming to Sun City, you'll see us on the 16th. And I'm looking forward to just all the hugs and greeting everybody and really celebrating what we have in this family, which is phenomenal. So all the guests on the call, kindly turn to the person who invited you. Just tell them that, yes, I think I'm ready for this. I think I want to join the movement. This is a movement. And what I want to do, nobody has ever done before. Why? Because that is your dream. And that is the beauty of what we have. You have your own dream. You come to the family. You get supported. We move in the same direction, but your dream, just like Andrew has told you, his various dreams, I'm sure, have fallen into place. My dream when I started was just to have healthy children who went to the best schools Now all that has fallen into place. Now I just want to travel and help more and more people. So yes, let us go out there and do it. Thank you so much. Next week, we won't have a meeting because, as you've heard, we'll be all over the place. But when we come back on the 26th, I think it will be, we shall convene on this platform for another Applied NeoLife. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you, Andrew.